Good evening, everyone. I'd like to open a meeting of the Finance Committee. Acting on behalf of the committee will be myself as the chairman, Councilor Gould, Councilor Manning Martin, Councilor McGinn, and Councilor Turco. As always, all councilors are welcome. First item on the agenda is the insurance proceeds from Coolidge Fire in the amount of $7 million. Mr. Gingrich.
Thank you. This is a bit of a housekeeping item. The Department of Revenue requires that the council authorize the use of the insurance proceeds that we get for the Coolidge Water Treatment Plant. I broke it up into two pieces, estimating $6 million for the renovation of the plant, and the $1 million is the other expense relating to the MWRA water costs.
Do any councilors have any questions? Councilor Manning Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to Mr. Gingrich. In the letter it says for use up to $7,000, $7 million of insurance proceeds relating to the Coolidge Water Treatment Fire. When you say up to, authorized use for up to $7 million, what is the total amount that we received in proceeds paid out from the insurance agency regarding the Coolidge Water Treatment Fire?
To date, we've received $2.3 million, and it's an ongoing process. And I am anticipating somewhere between 5 and 6. That's why I gave the upside limit of 6.
Upside of 7.
7 includes the additional $1 million for MWRA reimbursement for that water, which is sort of separate from...
Okay, could you explain just a little more thoroughly how we don't know the ultimate number at this point? That they're piecemealing it for $2 million?
Well, as we build and rebuild the plant, we're submitting costs to them, and they're reimbursing us for it. And we're only through partial phase of construction there, and there's additional phases that will be happening.
I guess if my house were to burn down, I'm insured for a known amount. I'm just lost at how we don't know what the amount is that we're going to get.
What they're going to do is they're going to reimburse us for the costs relating to putting the plant back in place. We have, in our insurance policy, up to $300 million for a replacement of buildings. So what they're going to do is we submit invoices to them, and then they approve them and keep feeding money. The Department of Revenue requires the council to approve the use of those funds.
Okay, thank you very much. And let's see. And did you already mention, or could you repeat if you have what we believe the total cost of the reconstruction is going to be?
I believe it's going to be approximately $5 million.
And my last question is, I believe it was this, you've projected for 2017 regarding, you're requesting to use $1 million of this same monies as partial payment towards the MWRA water obligation because you used 2017 numbers. So what are our 2018 numbers? We're almost into 6 months into 2018. So what do you project will be, you'll be coming back again for those monies for 6 months worth? Because we read in the paper today that we're at 5 months, but we're not expecting to be up and running after some testing period of another 6 weeks or so. Yeah, is that accurate? So we have 2018 numbers that we know what they are because we're so well into 2018. So what is that number that you'll be coming back for asking?
I haven't calculated those out, but I would estimate it's going to be around $1 million additional water.
Okay, so that's an additional $1 million on top of this, and then at the last meeting we learned you're coming for $1 million from the same reserves for ice and plowing, right? snow and ice.
approximately.
So that's 2 million more, okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Councilor Turco.
Thank you. Mr. Gingrich, I'm just curious, so we received invoices for 2.3 million, is that what you said? So,
No, we actually are reimbursed for 2.3 million.
so you've been reimbursed for 2.3 million, but you're asking for up to the 6 million to be transferred, which, and we don't have...
There's no transfer, just the authorization to use the funds as they come in.
Okay, that better explains it to me. So I was wondering how we could transfer money that we don't have at this point. On that note, the total due for water this year was that 1.8 million above and beyond for MWRA water for this fiscal year?
2.2.
2.2.
And that'll be paid in fiscal 19.
And was that for 12 consecutive months?
It's for the calendar year 2017.
So 12, is it 12 months? So it's 12
And then the
months.
fire was in March.
So then next year would roughly be, that's where you came up with that 1 million, 1.1
Right,
million.
about half.
For, okay. Thank you, that's all.
Councilor O'Neill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm not a member of this committee, but I appreciate the opportunity to just ask a question. Through you, I'd just like to ask maybe I missed it, what's the total claim for the Coolidge plant, the replacement cost that we would get ultimately in total from the insurance company, all in, not in installments, the replacement cost, if you will?
It's an ongoing process, and we haven't bid out the phase that we've under construction now is building the water production part. After that's complete, we're going to bid out another section, which is the offices and the workspace. And as those costs come in, so I'm estimating somewhere between 5 and 6 million will be the total cost once we're all done.
Okay, so 5 to 6. Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Being none, Councilor Gould.
Make a motion to, sorry, Mr. Chairman, you caught me off guard. Thank you, Mr. Councilor McGinn. Make a motion to transfer,
No transfer.
authorize the use of up to $7 million from the insurance proceeds fire to the Coolidge Water Treatment Plant for the construction rehabilitation of Coolidge Water Treatment Plant and $1 million as partial payment towards the MWRA water obligation. So moved.
For the motion by Councilor Gould. Comments? Councilor Manning Martin.
6 million to
6 million, I meant to
construction
say.
and 1
Thank
million to the MWRA water.
Thank you.
You've heard the clarified motion. Any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilors McGinn,
Yes.
Gould, Manning Martin,
Yes.
Turco, Gravel.
Yes.
Motion carries 5 to nothing.
Thank you.
Take a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
So moved.